Today, I want to share with you 3 amazing resources that have been just awesome must-haves for my portrait photography business. Whether you're starting a photography business or you're in the midst of growing your photography business, these resources will be absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to share them with you. Now, these have nothing to do with cameras, so put that away and let's get talking. Now, this first resource has to do with managing money. We're not talking about making money in this video. We'll talk about that in another video, but managing money is so important for our businesses. Now, you may be aware of this author and speaker by the name of Mike Michalowicz. He is a phenomenal author and wrote this book called Money Bunnies that teaches us how to manage our money. Well, actually that book's for children, but he wrote this book called Profit First. Profit First is this phenomenal system that Mike came up with that pertains to visualizing where money is. And how this works in general is essentially you set up 5 different bank accounts that shows what money's coming in, and then you're dividing it out to different accounts that are specifically for spending money on operating expenses, spending money on yourself, so your paycheck, the taxes you need to pay, and finally, the most important category, profit. Now, in this book, Mike breaks down this entire concept far better than I just did right there. That is the most surface level version of that system. But managing money is so important in our businesses that if we want to be profitable and be able to take home a paycheck, we need to incorporate systems just like this. You don't want to end up like this guy.
I declare bankruptcy!
It is a must-have for any business. I am reading this book again for the second time just to refresh myself on it. And also, I'm incorporating this system into other businesses that I'm building. So check out the link in the description. Amazing resource, Profit First. This next resource is not so much business related as it is related to developing your craft as a photographer. One thing that is so important for us photographers to do is make our clients feel confident and comfortable in front of the camera. And no, I'm not talking about giving them gentle massages to light jazz in the background. One of the questions I get a lot from other photographers, or even some of the biggest searches I've seen on YouTube, is all related to posing. Now, as photographers, we can spend time, researching or, memorizing poses, but all of these things don't really help us develop more of a method for teaching our clients and guiding our clients in a way that helps them, again, feel confident and comfortable in front of the camera. Enter picture perfect posing. This book absolutely changed my career as a photographer after reading it and learning the system that Roberto Valenzuela breaks down in very in-depth detail here. Now, he talks all about the science behind body anatomy and different body types and sitting and standing and multiple people. This book is full of just examples all over, tons of pictures, and it's insane. This guy gets really nerdy with posing, and it's phenomenal. My favorite part about it is actually right on the front. It says, practicing the art of posing for photographers and models. So he wrote down, it's not just here's poses, it is literally for photographers and models to learn the science. Incorporating this system into my business has directly affected my sales. And what I mean by that is now, instead of only liking a couple images, they love a whole lot more, because throughout the whole session, I was able to cater their poses for them and who they are as a person, and not just these random cards I bought online that told me how to pose them. If you want to take, your posing and really be confident and comfortable with it, you need to pick up this book right now. I've got the link in the description below. This book will pay for itself over and over again through bigger sales. Your clients are gonna love a whole lot more images, and they're gonna want more products than just a couple. And so this third and final resource is not something you can buy necessarily. We're talking about community. So community is this concept that you want to surround yourself around people that are going to have a positive impact in your career. Now, there are all kinds of people in our lives that may give us really good feedback, as in friends and family that are excited for us, and it feels good because they're patting us on the back and saying, oh, it's so awesome you're doing that. I love your photos are turning out great. And then you might have those trolls on Facebook groups that are like, oh, your stuff's garbage, this is terrible, be better. But if we surround ourselves around people that are gonna give us constructive, good feedback that's valuable, we're gonna be much more successful. One of my favorite authors and speakers, Jim Rohn, is quoted saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And that is so true in many aspects to our life, but if we just focus it on our business, if we surround ourselves around people that are maybe successful business owners, successful photographers, we will start to reflect those same attributes because these people are going to give us the feedback that we need. And so you may be asking, okay, where do I find this community? What are the things that I can do to surround myself around these people? Well, I've got a couple ideas for you. One of the first is conferences. There's conferences that happen throughout the country, and there's a bunch to choose from. But one of my favorites is actually Shutterfest. If you haven't heard of this conference, it is a fairly affordable conference hosted in St. Louis, Missouri, and it is packed full of speakers and people that are at all different kinds of levels, and you can really spend the time at Shutterfest learning and even building portfolio and bouncing ideas off of not even just the speakers, but other attendees, and it is just amazing. And a little bit of a shameless plug, I am actually speaking there in April of 2022, so this year of filming this video. And so if you're at Shutterfest, I would love to see you there, and maybe we can even grab a beer in the lobby. So it's a good time. Secondly, a lot of states actually have a statewide organization for photographers. I'm very involved with Professional Photographers of Ohio, where we do a couple events throughout the year, educational or shooting, but that's one where I can localize, my peers. I can find peers that are close by me. One of my good friends, David Beckham, is located just literally an hour south of me, and I can either hit up David or I can actually go visit David, and we can bounce ideas off each other and learn from each other. And so community in the local level is also great. And then finally, you can reach out to people like myself and other speakers or YouTube photographers or whatever, and just try to build a connection with them. You could build a relationship with people just by sending an email, just by sending a DM and messaging them and saying, hey, I have this question about something specifically, or I want to do a mentorship with you. There's tons of ways to go about learning from the people you look up to. So that's my third and final idea with community and where to find it. There you have it, my 3 resources that are just complete must-haves for portrait photographers. Profit First is gonna teach you how to manage your money and really do it well in a way that makes sense. Picture Perfect Posing is gonna teach you posing that makes your clients feel confident and comfortable in front of your camera, which in turn leads to better sales. And then Community is gonna push you and help you grow as a photographer and a business owner. I hope you'll connect with me either by sending me an email, a DM, and most importantly, subscribing, because I'm gonna have a lot more videos just like this one on the channel, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.